Hello, minutes after segments, June 14, June 14, and we finished doing the segments at did I just say 2:45?
Oh yeah, so I forgot.
Well, anyways, I'm sorry. What I meant by just said, as in that we said it before we started recording. But yes, we stopped writing our segments at 2:45
p.m. It is now 7:08. That's not 5 hours. That's 4 hours and 15. Let's see, 4 hours and 23 minutes later. So what is that, bro?
4 hours and 23 minutes, 263 minutes.
263 minutes later.
263 minutes, yeah.
263 minutes after. There we go. Woo! Tough day today. Writing wise, we took a nap after we did one segment, and that one that we took a nap after kind of took it out of us. And the next one wasn't any easier, in fact. But the biggest crux about it was where there was a detail we thought we wanted to cover, but then Brandon, go ahead.
Actually, what the order was, when we finished our first segment, I think you read what the next segment was going to entail.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, then that's when we napped. And after we napped, when I woke up, I was in a haze. I was half awake. I did not feel good. And it's because there was, as Garrett just said, there's a part, and I did say it. Then it went smooth after this. But what I said was, pretty much, I said I don't want to fucking detail that part. I'll believe that to the goddamn script. I don't want to fucking do that shit. That's it. I can write the rest of it. I can help Garrett with the rest of it. We can plan the rest of it. I just don't want to come with that fucking thing right now in the segments. Mm-hmm. And after I said that, yeah, it went really smoothly, actually.
Yeah. Fortunately, a lot was there that we could use.
Yes.
And we kept all the central themes, and the details turned out really well. And I was worried that it wasn't going to carry across the way I had hoped. But truthfully, what really had happened was I had written like a few... when we were acting out the segment and then typing as we're acting out the characters and the scenario and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. Some point I got like a jolt in my brain where I was just like, I was like, ooh. I'm like, huh. You know, I'm curious if creators have those thoughts. I know there are moments when anyone's creating, well, if they're doing anything worthwhile, if they're any good, or when you're making something, you write something and you go, oh, you know, this might piss some people off. And while I was writing this, that came to my brain. And at that moment, I got a jolt. But I do believe this. I don't believe entirely that those jolts you get are just your own consciousness and your own subconscious, whatever the fuck you want to call it, picking up on your own information. I do believe if you truly write in a way that connects to the masses in an understanding way, you'll get a taste of that, a flavor. Not all of it, otherwise it'll overload your brain, just flat out kill you.
But you'll get enough.
Yeah. I believe that what we can feel sometimes, not all the time, but at times when you write things that you know will have a specific impact, not just based on knowledge, but it's just a feeling you get. Sometimes that you get the jolts and you have no idea what you're writing, and then later on you find out when you perform it or you unveil it, it has an impact. Well, this is one of those things that had those impacts. Not like a profound impact, by the way. It's not something like, oh, I did this so I can change the world. But it is something of a detail that groups of people will be irritated with. And the jolt I felt is not just my self-awareness about this, but as well as I believe I picked it up. Because you're connected when you write. You're connected when you're being true. So I connected with those individuals, and I felt the pain. And I was like, ooh, that pissed you folks off, didn't it?
Also, for the record, that was kind of the point of the scene, of the part. Yeah, was kind of the point. Not necessarily to piss off, but it was kind of, but the territory we were tackling with the subject. Yeah, we knew it would garner, uncomfortability, but we didn't give a shit because we wanted it done this way.
Yeah, we wanted to look at it at an angle that no one ever tends to look at the specific subject from that angle, because we always have. And so now I want to see a work that actually approached it, and since no one's making it, it might as well be me.
Yeah, makes sense.
Might as well be us.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's all. And as a result, it tends to be in contradiction to others. And as a result, I get the jolt of, oh yeah, plus the jolt of actually connecting to the individuals out there, the people, the masses, what the fuck you want to call them, who would have a problem with it. Or just made uncomfortable. and maybe even come to like it. But there's an uncomfortability level first.
Annoying.
And while I am positive there are studies and blah, 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 and said, like, no, it really is all you. You're not really picking up other vibes or signals or whatnot, however they want to call it and whatnot. Now you are.
Well, I'm sure also some books that say that, too. There are some books that also say you do pick up things like that as well.
Then they go too far in that. Then they go
then they go too far in saying, you basically have psychic powers.
Then they go too far, like, I'm picking the waves of the energy.
Yeah, then you go too far in that, like Garrett's saying.
It's like you do pick it up and you don't pick it up that way, right?
Yeah.
It is in your own head and your own knowledge and what's in your body, but it's not all there is. It is a balance of both. So for any creators out there who ever felt self-conscious thinking, no, it's all in my head, what I'm imagining is what I perceive, what I'm afraid the people are going to say about what I have written and created. That may be true, but don't doubt that one part of you that's saying, I have a feeling though somebody out there is mad at me for doing this. You probably picked up on that person.
That one person who will have a serious beef with you just because they didn't like what you wrote.
They didn't appreciate or choose to actually just at least consider the angle for where your truth was coming from. So for any creators out there who have convinced yourselves it's all in your head, but there's always a nagging part that hurts you, maybe don't consider that nagging. Just consider, yeah, you know what? Fuck you out there. Because that's what I said when I finished writing and my head felt better.
Well, the thing is for me...
and they have, of course, contradictions to say how it still was just a matter of mindset and all that. Bullshit.
Well, I know...
Bullshit. I tried both versions.
Well, no, I know for me personally, the subject you're talking about, my own thing is that, for me, that this is irrefutable. The things I hear in my head, like downplaying your writing, saying maybe you're touching on a sensitive subject, maybe you shouldn't do it. Or I hear a voice in my head saying, in a really angry tone, saying like, oh, why did you do that? You're a horrible person. I hear stuff like that when I write. And I know this is the truth about this. I don't care what the fuck books say. I don't care what the fuck many of you may think that may agree with those books.
I have science, research, who gives a fuck?
Well, other people.
All angles.
The point is this. I, in my whole life, hearing those words, those phrases, those condescending phrases, those insidious phrases saying maybe you should tweak it just a little bit, I have never said those to myself in my entire life. So I could never think of those things ever. I don't think of them when I watch movies. I don't think of them when I go to bed. I don't think of them when I'm talking about this stuff right now.
Bro doesn't think about them when he's talking to people.
I never think those phrases that I hear more than I care to admit when I write with Garrett. I don't hear those things. Garrett doesn't say those things to me. Our mom doesn't say those things to me. So that's what I'm saying for me, without a doubt. I know I hear motherfuckers in my head that are on the other side of the world that have a problem with what I'm writing. I am certain of that. Because why the fuck would I come up with these phrases to myself if there's not even a fiber in my body that even acknowledges those phrases? It's like those are alien to me. They don't even exist in my being.
Or his vocabulary. For real, folks. He doesn't say that to people. He doesn't... Brandon says it how he feels, but he doesn't say it in a way where he's trying to convince you that you are wrong. He's just saying... fuck you.
And that's
if it doesn't going that far.
No, but I'm saying, but Garrett, what you just said, that thing, fuck you, that's what I say. I don't hear that in my head. They don't say that to me. They say, you're a fucking horrible person. Why would you do this? Undo it, or else you're going to be your horrible shit. It's just that fractured. And that's what they say. I never say that to Garrett, to me, or anyone. It's not me. I'm certain of it. So, yeah. That's how I go, and yes, that's what Garrett and I go through. And yes, that was definitely here today, because we definitely touched on a very sensitive subject, how Garrett and I tackled it. Oh, grow the fuck up, people. Yeah. So we definitely felt that, and we feel it every time we write, because we write a lot of shit people don't like, and it's not because Garrett and I want to be like, hey, we're going to piss you off. No, this is stuff Garrett and I have been wanting to see, and no one is making it. So we're taking a very logical approach. If no one else is going to make it, we have to make it. Not should, not can. We have to make it because no one else is doing it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that also found interesting. I mean, it is very interesting. Garrett and I have been dealing with those. I call them the voices, the voice of the other people. We've been doing that shit our whole lives when it comes to writing.
Yeah, but we're not the only ones.
We're not the only ones. Hell no.
I know all creators deal with those voices.
Yeah, definitely.
And the point of this was I want to validate your feelings and your thoughts that, yeah, they are other people. It's not just you. It is not. And it never will be. It never has been. People
just say that because they don't want to take responsibility that they're the voices getting in your head.
consider the idea that they've created an environment where the environment we live in even right now, where bad behavior, mean words, the internet, all this very, very negative functions are in the atmosphere.
Yes.
And even if you are living in a bubble, the moment you dip into it a bit, for some reason you're connected to all of it. And things you never thought would ever connect to you've ever heard in your life. All of a sudden the words just pop in your head. Like Brandon says, alien. They exist because these people, these faceless people we've never met in our lives, have created the environment where it exists. It's like walking into a smoky room. You've never encountered smoke before, but you start coughing. The smoke is coming from smokers.
Yes.
The mean, condescending, rigid, insidious,
insecure,
insidious thoughts that if you know it's not in your being, if you are just a shit and you have those thoughts and you're unaware of it and you're canceling it out consciously, but
if you're a shithead,
if you're a shithead, you don't count.
Yeah, because you're the problem.
You're the problem. But if you're the kind who you've conducted yourself, you know how you are, you know your being, and all of a sudden a random ass negativity comes in your head that makes no fucking sense. Yeah, it's somebody else, and it's somebody that's probably you've never met, but it is someone else you connected to by being true to yourself. When we're all true to ourselves, we are connected. And when it comes in various forms, sometimes bad, sometimes good, a lot of times both. And the best of it happens when you acknowledge what it is and stop blaming yourself for what it isn't when it's not really your fault. Exactly. You're just being true to yourself and true to your creation.
Exactly. And yeah, that rounds us to the point today. And yes, I totally agree with everything Garrett just said. I'm not even going to add anything to that. Garrett said it perfectly.
Yes. And so that's what this writing was about today. And it connected to me in a way I haven't felt in a while. Because overall, Brand and I don't want to just consistently write things that would piss people off. But on occasion, we do. And today was one of those days where it made the connection. And I was aware of it. And when it happened, and when I acknowledged it for what it was, it went away. Because I've also acknowledged it for what it was, for what I thought it was when I thought it was all in my head. And the pain didn't go away. So there's trial and error in that.
Yes.
So there you go. I just wanted to put that out there for the creators out there who told themselves it's all them. It's never all you. Not when you're true to yourself, not when you're writing something real. When you're true to yourself, you're connected.
Yeah, basically when you put your heart and emotions and opinions on the line, when you're very honest and stuff like that, like Garrett said, then when you hear those ones, that ain't you.
Some of it is. Maybe,
well, the insecurity part, sure. See, the thing is, Garrett can relate to that more than me. I can't.
But I would say it ain't all you. And if you ever thought, fuck you, and then you went, no, it's my fault. No, stick with that fuck you. Stick with that fuck you. Some asshole out there is being mean to you.
Yeah. Just all you need is just one loud motherfucker, and they'll go voot right into your head when you connect, because that's how it works.
But that's that.
Yes.
And so that's it for today's segments and the wrap up of that. And we will see you tomorrow. Today's June 14th. Yeah, we will see you tomorrow for the minutes after.
Yeah, for June 15th, because I'm good.
Oh, I'm set.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.